fully, right?
Meg, I heard, oh my God, fucking hell. I heard a rumor the rum was almost always gone, except for it won't be anymore. Why is that, Megan?
My husband and I are excellent communicators, and the Kraken Rum was having a sale, and I showed him before Christmas. I'm like, oh, look, Kraken Rum is having a sale. You like rum, right? And he goes, yeah. He thought that was a hint. So I signed for rum, and then I noticed it was mailed to my husband, and I'm like, huh.
That's weird.
Yeah. And then on Christmas morning, we both had rum, but I don't know how to measure volume with my eyeballs. And I ordered the big one.
Well, I just, what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Because rum is our favorite.
Rum is our favorite. And I am well into Pirates of the Caribbean right now. It's all I've been watching the last few days for this hellish week.
Yeah. The week in between
whatever
life. Yeah.
And, yeah, so rum is fine.
I mean, I feel like there is nothing better than a lot of rum.
Rum is not gone.
Rum is not gone.
No.
You guys, welcome back. We're back.
Oh my gosh. It's been
back.
a long time.
Holy shit, it's been a long time.
A month?
I mean, even, but
four
since
or 5 weeks since we've actually recorded, at least.
Even, yeah, because we did that one random happy hour episode. But
I think it was before Thanksgiving that we recorded.
Too. Yeah. No, it was well and truly before Thanksgiving. Yeah.
That's insane.
I know. So, God, it feels good.
And here we are, the month of January.
Holy shit. The month of my birth. We just had my birthday.
Yes. And how did that go?
I mean, I've had better days, you guys. I've been sick for 3 weeks at this point. We don't know what's wrong with me. I'm not dying, but also still up in the air. But that's why we had to postpone the us releasing early, because I was the one who was I don't want to record our welcome back to January one.
If you're not feeling it.
Well, no, but pre this.
Oh,
remember you wanted to record it before. I said, I want the energy of oh my God, it's our season 3. Let's do it. And so then I am dying. And I was like, Meg was like, we could record from our houses. I was like, or we just push it a week. And she's like, well, I'll just push it a week.
We've never missed a week. And I still don't call this as missing a week because we are starting a new season.
Yep. We just extended our break.
Yeah. We took 3 weeks off instead of 2 weeks, which
how dare we?
No.
That is offensive.
It is offensive.
But welcome to season 3, guys. Yeah. Not a lot is going to change.
Some things are going to change.
Well, yeah. We are getting a new logo. That hopefully is up by now.
That is more, I mean, we evolve and we change as we go, right?
Yeah, and you guys have heard us talk about how where we are right now, and if you've been with us the whole time too, is not where we started, which is great, and everything grows and evolves, and so we're just updating our logo to be more fun.
Yeah, I mean, we both talked about this. We're not going to take ourselves too seriously. We want it to
I take myself very seriously.
You guys, it's a problem.
False.
But we just want to be fun and have fun with you guys. And I think that's one thing that when we met a lot of you over the last year, we're all about fun.
Yeah.
And that's what we want.
And I think that, I don't know. Fun is us. Us equals fun. We equal
stop.
Good time. Maybe. Let's drink. Just kidding.
Okay.
What's the no joke? Yeah, joke. I've been struggling to find a joke, so Meg grabbed one.
I have. It's kind of stupid, but I laughed.
Oh God.
What's the difference between a conspiracy theory and a conspiracy?
What?
6 months. Get it? Took me a minute to get it, to be quite honest, but I got it.
Okay. That wasn't terrible. Do you want me to do mine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So an alien couple comes down to Earth and went to a swingers party. They swap partners and go to the respective bedrooms. The alien man takes off his clothes, revealing a 1-inch penis.
Oh.
The woman says, I am not impressed. And the alien then twists his right ear and the penis grows 10 inches. Jesus. She says, now I'm impressed. The alien then twists his left ear and the penis becomes 2 inches thicker and gives the woman the best seeing to she has ever had. She meets up with her husband later and she asks how it was for you. And the hubby said, shit. All she did was keep twisting my friggin' ears. Haha.
Okay, that's funny.
I mean, haha. LOL.
Aliens.
Aliens.
Lol.
You guys aliens. All right.
Aliens. Hello and welcome to Lunatic Soup, the podcast where we go into all things wild, weird, and unknown. We're your host, Meg.
And I'm Raina, ready to brew up some lunatic soup.
Let's go.
Keep getting spit on my microphone. It's
Don't do that.
not good.
That's gross.
And then hitting myself in the face.
Ew.
Meg got I got a new mic beam arm from the TikTok shop, and then Meg's lovely husband. Not only did he do a good job of listening about the rum, but he also did a good job and got her hers for Christmas. And she got a new
glow or
iPad.
something.
It does. If we have to plug it in, though, I was going to say we should plug it in. It was too much effort.
Yeah, too much effort.
And you got a new iPad to read off of, so your blind eyeballs don't have to read off your phone.
You know, it was getting tough with that phone there.
Yeah, no.
I mean, and my eyes would just kind of go out, and I'd have to, hope I can read those words.
Yeah, it's all the fancy schmancy. Okay, let's get a drink before we get into life.
Guys, so excited about this one. I couldn't find this one for a while. I mean, it's only been out a few weeks, but I still couldn't find it.
It really has only been out a few weeks. Like, when were we
at Trader Joe's, of all places? It is the new Shillings Polar Plunge. You guys, it's a narwhal. It's a narwhal.
Is that a narwhal, though?
No, it's not.
He's a beluga.
It's a beluga. That's what I meant. There's no horn. Whatever.
That's what she said. Yeah, a beluga and a penguin and a polar bear, and they're all in the ice hole, and they're so cute. And it's seasonal cider.
Seasonal, get it?
Huh.
They're all having a cocktail
I love it.
by the water. Hey, would you ever be interested in polar plunging?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, we used to do it at camp all the time. That was like
really.
Oh yeah, I polar plunge.
Because I've been looking at like the ice baths.
Yeah,
and
I've been
cold
looking at those
plunging
too.
and
Yeah,
stuff, and
it's supposed
I'm
to be
not gonna,
so good for you.
I'm not gonna go and buy all the shit because
no,
but there's a river.
Oh dear. Which I don't want that river.
I mean, the kids play in it.
Play it on the shore, not in it.
I mean, you just go and lay it down.
Oh,
where else would you want to go?
the ocean.
The lake?
Well, that's too far away.
We can go to
I
the
see what
lake.
you're saying.
You know?
Can we think about this?
We'll think about it.
Could we like?
Mia's in.
I
asked
have
my
an
daughter.
inflatable hot tub in my backyard. It just needs to be fully cleaned out and like I don't know the last time. Like we could just put water in that. That'll stay nice and fucking cold for us.
That
and
would.
It's already there.
Yeah.
And all we have to do is put the lid on and off and just make sure we put chlorine in it to keep it clean.
I have all that for the hot tub.
And we have it too. We just like stopped taking care of it.
I asked our favorite kindergarten teacher if she wanted to, and she said, "Heck no, it makes my tits hurt. I'll have whiskey on the shore." I'm like, okay.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, that is fair enough. All right, let's open this shit.
Oh man, first cider of the season.
It really is. It's my first
so
cider of
excited.
2025.
Same.
Yay! And we're doing it together.
No lies. We had a cider on your birthday.
Oh, fuck, you're right. No, you win. Okay, well, first cider of the podcast. Oh my God. I forgot we did. We had a really good, it was that Shilling Citrus. It was really good.
Oh man.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy New Year.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Fuck, that's good. God,
it keeps going. The flavor keeps going.
it literally tastes like a cider fruit punch. Well, that's I guess what it is.
But the flavor keeps going.
It does. It's kind of like Kool-Aid but with cider, but it's not super sweet by any means.
No, it's not sweet at all.
Oh, that is delightful. I am not mad at that at all. That's a Shillings, you guys. And what do we say? Shillings, it's 6.5%.
Okay, so
Polar
it's
plunge.
not bad.
Too crazy. Not too crazy.
I really like that.
I know.
It's the depth of flavor.
And really quickly before we get started fully, my cousin Helen, who is a wonderful listener of ours, they gave us, specifically on Christmas morning, he handed me a sheet of stickers that are wildly inappropriate. I mean, there's lots of different body parts on here, and gave it to me and said, this is specifically for you guys, and Amanda shaves her grandma's cat. So obviously I was like, well, we will take some for us and then I will give some to
Amanda shaves her grandma's cat.
Yeah, I feel like I need to give her the dildo cactuses is really appropriate. But
did you guys, if you didn't listen to our last episode, did you realize that Raina just figured out why we were laughing?
That was not last episode. It was the happy hour episode.
Happy hour episode?
Whatever. Yeah, I just caught on to it. And the amount of shit my cousins gave me because they all like listen. They were all dying. I still give myself shit for not like that didn't click. Who knows? Anyways, I'm putting the mermaid. The mermaid penis is going on Richard's box. Would you like to add any other one? Do you have one that you choose?
Ooh, which one? I kind of like the cup. Is it a cupcake?
The cupcake.
Is it a Beatles with the shaggy hair?
Shaggy hair and a.
I want it to be a cupcake. Let's put it up as a cupcake.
Oh, up as a cup.
There you go.
I like it.
There you go.
There we go. Perfect. All right, now Richard, you have friends. More friends. Great. Perfect. We're just gonna shove that right there. All right, season 3, bitches.
All right, here we
Let's
go.
go.
Here we
I'm
go.
excited for this episode.
You ready? You want to hear what we're talking about?
Uh-huh.
We are going to talk about the New Jersey Drone Excursion.
And what's fun about this is like it's fucking happening right now.
It's happening right now. It slowed down, but it's happening.
I think I just feel like this year is the year of the conspiracy theories truly coming out in full force and them becoming so many things not being conspiracy anymore. And I feel like the public is
So the
starting to
difference between a
realize-
conspiracy theory and a conspiracy?
Yes, exactly. And
This is so good.
I know, I love it. But it's just like fun that this year we already said we want to cover more conspiracies. Like we
Just
get to-
because it's something that's like going on in real life.
yeah, but we get to like this is like a real time event. Dun,
It
dun,
is.
dun.
It is. Okay, so first I'm going to go over kind of the timeline of the incidences.
Yes.
So we began in November. These mystery drones began being reported. It began before Thanksgiving, like a week and a half before Thanksgiving along the East Coast, specifically the New York and New Jersey area. Sightings of the mysterious objects in the sky began prompting residents to call local offices, like police offices, to not only report the sightings, but wanting answers as to what the flying objects are. This is not conspiracy.
This is
These
100%
are
real.
objects in the sky. These are flying objects in the sky that are everywhere. I was listening to a podcast who he happened to reside in New Jersey, and as he was recording, he was like, I am looking out my window right now, and it's the same thing every night. It is like a parade of drones outside his window.
And I have a friend who lives in New Jersey, and she texted me not only some video that she got of them, but said that 100%, and then sent me some pictures of like the letters that they were being sent by their local governments saying that they're I showed you this.
Letters by the local government?
Yes.
I saw the pictures. I don't know. I mean, you probably did.
I did. I swear on my life. There's two of them. So this is the Warren County Police Chiefs Association, and it's basically saying that they don't know what these things are. They're not being told what they are. They're as disturbed by it as everybody else, and that they are going to like seek as this is the last line. We can tell you that we have been in contact with Senator Doug Steinhardt and other Warren County local officials. Senator Steinhardt has been very vocal in the state and federal level demanding answers for our residents. We completely agree and back Senator Steinhardt in his demands to have answers for you, our citizens of Warren County. We encourage all of you to keep reporting sightings and be vocal about your concerns at the federal and state officials. So, like, that's one. And then
That's
the other one
insane.
basically is saying...
That's got a lot more signatures on
yeah,
it.
this one has signatures and all the things. But this is, like, was posted on there. This is from that Steinhardt guy at the top.
Doug Steinhardt?
Yep. And they're just basically saying that, like, they agree something is going on and they're trying to figure out what's going on and that they will, I don't know, let people know when they do, which I don't think is true. I think they have an idea of what's going on.
Oh, we'll get there.
I
We'll
digress. Yeah, shut up, Raina.
Hold your horses.
Point of the
Hold
story is that
your
it's like we
horses.
know people who have seen
These are
things.
this
Yeah.
is not the conspiracy portion of it.
No.
These drones are coming out. I think my favorite way to put it is a parade of drones every single night.
Yeah.
And they seem to be on the same flight path. Sightings of the mysterious objects in the sky began. Oh, I already read that part. Damn it. On November 19th, the Morris County Prosecutor's Office in New Jersey says drone activity was observed by not only citizens, but law enforcement members out on parole. So now we are saying, like you just confirmed,
Yeah.
law enforcement is like, oh, yeah, there they are.
Yeah. Oh, this is
There
happening.
they are.
Yeah.
The prosecutor's office stated that the object posed, quote, no known threat to public safety. How do you know? How do you know?
Hasn't
I need
shot anyone
more.
yet.
I need more than that. On November 22nd, the FAA, every time I wrote FAA for this, what do you think my mind did?
I don't know.
The FCC won't let me be me, so let me see.
That's funny. I would have never picked that in a million years.
Every single time. Every single time.
Why that? Why does
I don't know, because there was F and then two letters.
the FCC and you went to M&M?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
my
this is
first
the
thought
FAA,
was mine was the FDA, and then I was like, FDA, what does the FDA have to? I was like, are we going cows? What's happening?
No, we're going M&M.
I don't know. I like it. Not where my head was.
Little aliens, kids feeling rebellious, embarrassed. Their parents still listen to Elvis.
Oh, now I get it. There she
it all
is.
ties
You guys,
together.
I also have severe brain fog right now. So like my glazed donut is extra glazed. Like the glazing is glazed on top of the glaze. I feel like I'm in a dreamland all the time right now. Like I don't feel.
But Mr. Boo Boo did bring us glazed donuts last week.
He did. That was very nice
New
of him.
Year's Eve.
Yeah.
When I escaped from my home.
Yeah. Yeah, you did for a little bit. You came over for a drink, for a vodka drink.
She gets a whiskey drink.
She gets a vodka
drink.
Oh, I couldn't even speak. It just
Oh,
fucking
man.
stumbled
But
over my words.
It came out. It's fine. You're
I
good.
don't think it did.
You're doing fine. You got this.
Keep going.
Okay. So November 22nd, the FAA issued a temporary flight restriction in Bedminster, New York from November 22nd to December 6th for, quote, special security reasons. The restriction stated that no unmanned aircraft system are to be authorized in the region. Naturally, the restriction was where President-elect Donald Trump's golf course was. Don't be flying them drones over a golf course. You might mess with tea time.
Oh, dear.
I'm also going to be very vocal and blunt about my opinions on the local government.
Yeah.
Not local government, national government. Local government, national government, state government. Yep. I don't give a crap anymore.
I don't, except for I don't want to die. And they're coming after people. I feel like there's so many things right now.
There's so many things
I've been so sick in bed. And when I'm sick and dying in bed, I just scroll TikTok, which is the worst thing you can do. The worst thing you can do. So right now my brain is really struggling with like the bullshit I'm seeing on TikTok, but then the shit you see on the news, and then you like put the two together.
You have to put it together.
But unfortunately I do not err on the side of the news being accurate or being truthful.
I don't think the news really knows.
Well, no.
Or they're bought out.
No,
or
they're being fed the certain information.
I think the national news. I think I trust more like our local Seattle news. Do you know what I mean?
No,
because I feel like that's where the real journalism
but
is now.
My thing is that like the news only knows what's being told to them, and they're being told a very specific granule of information.
Correct.
And the things that then are coming out from people who like know the people from like different things, and that's hearsay. It's all hearsay.
All right, yeah, we're going to talk about hearsay having to deal with all of this too.
Yeah, but so you never know.
The 25th of November, more flight restrictions were put over the Picatinny Arsenal military base in New Jersey. So we have air restrictions over the golf course. Mm-hmm. Don't want to miss tea time.
No, don't want to fuck with that.
This one I understand, the Picatinny Arsenal military base.
Yeah,
that one I get.
I also should have probably been the first thing that they said. No, don't fly over that, in my opinion. But okay.
Probably.
Or
digress. Airports.
That too.
Any military airports.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. More and more sightings continue to be reported pretty much every single night. On December 3rd, the Morris County Prosecutor's Office has advised the public on how to report drone activity and assured the public that they continued to pose no threat to public safety. I turned on the news and I saw a bunch of official people. I couldn't tell you what county they were from in New Jersey. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I trusted them. Right. With what they were saying, how they were saying it. I also am a little bit partial to New Jersey New Yorkers and how blunt they are.
Well, I think that there is so much corruption in our like upper level of government and whatever, but it can't be all the way down because these guys too many people like, who could blow whistles and would be like, this isn't right. I need to save my family, my friends, if something's
scary. And that's
scary.
what these guys were saying. Like there was a sheriff there. There was, I believe, a city mayor there. I don't think the governor was there. But there was a bunch of people there who were like, what the crap, guys, government.
And that's exactly what these letters that I just read were saying is they're basically saying like, we want to know what the fuck is going on too. It's not just you guys. So we're going to do everything we can.
One thing that the guy said, I want to say he was the sheriff, but he said, I'm a lawfully owning gun owner.
Yep.
And I understand the need to want to protect your family. But I assure you, if you try to shoot at these things, there will be consequences.
Right. Like, don't fuck around and find out.
Dumb.
We are in the age of fuck around and find out, but you don't do it. Well, unless you're an idiot.
Do it smart. Be smart.
Well, okay.
Fuck around with your words. Not a gun.
Okay. Good luck saying that.
At this point, they wanted the public to report any sightings of the drones to the FBI. So now the FBI is getting involved. On December 9th, 21 mayors in New Jersey wrote a letter to New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy demanding action. They wanted a full investigation into the drones, including their origin, purpose, and compliance with applicable regulations. Fair?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Very fair.
They also wanted official implementation of measures to prevent unauthorized or unsafe drone operations and clear communication with local officials and residents regarding information pertaining to the drones. Why are they there? Are they following the laws? Are they doing anything they shouldn't be? And why aren't you telling us?
Yes.
All
Fair questions.
We're not asking a lot, guys.
No.
We're not asking a lot. Do you worry, like... Well, I'll save that question for later. Okay. I'll save that because this will go into other things.
I'm biting my tongue so hard because I have so much I want to say, but I feel like we got to get through the bulk of this until, like, because there's so much. This is the timeline. We'll go through the timeline, the drone description, and then we're going to start talking about theories. Okay, perfect.
So I'm biting my tongue for theories. Through the timeline. Yes. So December 10th, New Jersey State Senator John Bramnick released a statement that called for a limited state of emergency. Quote, the state of New Jersey should issue a limited state of emergency banning all drones until the public receives an explanation regarding these multiple sightings. Now we're getting higher forms of government involved. That never happened. But since then, it's kind of, we'll wrap it up on how it's been since then. But that's kind of the bulk of things where things were kind of at their height. Okay. The drone description, the witnesses say that they have... The drones that witnesses are reporting have described drones that are much larger than your typical hobby drones. Mm-hmm. Some describe them as the size of a sedan. Yeah. So, like, your typical drone is like, what, a foot? Yeah. These are like 10 feet. Yeah. These are, I've heard SUV size too. Like, both. Yeah. But that's huge. Fucking huge. That's huge. That's like the size of a small helicopter. Uh-huh. Jesus. They can go dark. Certainly not a hobby drone based on its size and the ability to just kind of go... and go dark. They report like a whirling, like an electric car. That's weird. Weird. They're the same flight path as I was saying earlier. They don't go back. They go on the same flight path. So then how are they getting from... Well, they're getting from point A to point B. Where is point A to point B? And how are they getting back to point A to start over again? Because they are not reported going back. It's the same flight path. Yep. Which is very weird. See, some of this is like, okay, I could have an explanation, but then I hear things like that and I'm like, that just a parade of drones. Yeah. The drones are reported to have distinctive lighting patterns with steady blinking with FAA regulation lights. I didn't know that. Uh-huh. Okay. What appears to be FAA regulation lights. Okay. The drones have been reported to fly in specific and deliberate formations over the Atlantic Ocean and New Jersey coast. YouTuber CJ Faison, 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 whatever, captured footage of the drones in organized formation. So this is... I take everything on the internet, especially social media, with a grain of salt. Mm-hmm. But when everybody is seeing the same things and coming up with the same videos... Right. But I feel like you have to say the same about the news. Yeah. If you're doing, like, you know, you got to take it all with a grain of salt. You all have to take it all with a grain of salt. Like, you just got to find what seems the most realistic in, like, the fucking chaos. But I know what you're saying. Like, things can be doctored there, but it also... And people do it all the time. And it goes both fucking ways. Like, ugh. I just do believe that there are good, honest journalists out there. I completely agree. What gets aired? No, I think that no matter what, there's good, honest journalists out there. I just think that they do their best with the information they're given. The information they're given, yeah. But the only thing that makes me think, oh, they're not all full of shit is that they're constantly trying to call people out on their shit. So they want to be as accurate as possible because they don't want the next station over to call them out and prove them wrong. But also, like, what the biggest break in their news history or their news, like, career would be, like, breaking something like this. They want it to be, they want to get it accurate and right because that's a good thing for them in the long run. Mm-hmm. So, you know. The drones have been reported flying at various altitudes, often low enough to be seen from the ground. Yes. I also was listening to a podcast where the guy was talking about just being at the park and a regular airplane was so low he could clearly see all the writing on the side, which doesn't have to do with the drones, but he was like, this is weird. Yeah, that doesn't add up. This is just weird. Like an airplane flying that low. Like it was like, I don't know if he said it was a FedEx or UPS or something like that, but it was so clear he could clearly read the writing on the side. Interesting. I'm not going to try to guess at how low that would be because we all know how I measure volume with my eyeballs. Right. So he was 500 feet up. I mean, yeah, probably I would have no like idea. 10,000 feet. I do know. Well, I do know that my parents live in the flight path of the airport. So like all we see in their backyard are
planes.
Yeah, I've been there, and it's like
constant.
they probably don't even hear it anymore.
They don't, but I do. When you're there, you like it. You said that they, long story, but their house is insulated so you don't hear it.
But
inside,
we go over, we're outside.
We're outside on the patio. But from there, you can see what kind of airplane it is from a very, very, it's a blob, but you can make it out by like the colors. And my mom's able to pick it because she knows she's a flight attendant and has been for her whole life, and she knows like the make of an airplane. But like, and they're only about 15 minutes from the airport. Yeah. But like nothing is ever close enough, like even
to where you could see the writing.
I even like I spent my whole life living very close to an airport, and like their businesses was right there. To see the writing on an airplane is very like that would be difficult.
The drones have been reported flying altitude ground. The drones move slow. Some drones move slowly while others can move at rapid speeds. The sightings began in mid-November and peaked in early December, and we're seeing just complete nightly. Every night, regularly, people were like, okay, let's go see the drones, sort of thing.
Damn.
They appear to be coming from the ocean, says one woman who reported seeing roughly 50 drones emerging from the ocean off the coast of New Jersey. But that's hearsay. There's no anything from any official government or entity or news source saying... Anybody could go and say they're coming out of it picked me up with its laser beam eyes.
And then it probed me. No probing. No reports of probing.
I would like to note that was the first Southern accent.
The first Southern accent of the new year.
And I would also like to note that we got a VR for Christmas. And my husband, he told him not to. He got Mia the Among Us. And he stayed up with her while she played it last night. And he was astounded by how good of a gaslighter she is. Shocker. And she would just start going into this Southern accent and accusing other people of being certain things. And they bought it.
What?
And
so
I'm like,
explain it. People who don't know what Among Us is,
I'm
real
not
fast.
sure I even know.
I
but
have an idea. Yeah,
like you're a group of creatures, and one of them is the imposter.
Yep.
And Mia kept being the imposter, but you have to like prove to others that you're not the imposter because they kick people out.
Yeah.
Until they find the imposter and kick the imposter out, and she kept getting other people kicked out when she was the imposter. I mean, she would just like go after people.
Good for her, though. I mean, it's going to serve her well in one way or another.
And I'm like, she would say, oh, it wasn't me, and explain why it wasn't her. I'm like, oh, so real life experience, huh?
This is weird.
Weird.
Peculiar. What month is she born in?
June. She's a Cancer.
Not what I thought.
Well, what did you think?
I was worried she was a Gemini.
No, she's not a Gemini. She missed it. Although she might be a Gemini with the new.
I don't believe the new.
Oh.
I don't trust it.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I mean,
but also I believe in your big three, and that a lot more has to do with that than it.
She's a Cancer, Sun, Pisces, Moon, and I'm a Pisces Moon, Pisces, Sun, Cancer, Moon.
Oh, that makes so much fucking sense.
It's weird.
The opposites. Right? They're damn opposites. Also, Meg sent me a Instagram reel TikTok of this lady in is the skit about the drones, the aliens.
Oh, we're gonna do it,
which we have to do it because it's like two people talking. So I'm like, obviously, I'll do. I'll be the one who sounds sane. It's fine. Not normally true, but she's like, I need to do this, and I was like, only if you wear a fucking mullet for it. She was like, duh. I'm like, okay, perfect.
Duh.
So maybe after this.
So what could these drones be? We've established that this is not hearsay of the drones. We've established that these are legit things.
Okay.
But now we need to try to figure out, and I've heard, I just went off that way. I've heard it all. Okay. I have heard every idea of what they could be. I have my own personal idea, but let's go into some, and then we'll discuss.
I like.
So there's the practical or conventional theories, hobbyist or recreational drone operations.
Okay.
This doesn't make sense due to the size and movement of the drones themselves, along with the authorities would be able to easily figure out.
They would shoot the fuckers down and be like, what the fuck's wrong with you guys?
They would state to they would go and get these people. If you can't, if
this is
download LimeWire without getting caught.
Right. It's so true.
You're not going to be able to terrorize a whole community with drones.
Things in the sky. Yeah. No.
Private companies testing delivery systems or surveillance equipment. Again, this would be easy for authorities to confirm, and there would be little reason to keep this information from the public.
100%.
Government agencies conducting covert operations. It's a little bit more believable. Advanced technology testing, autonomous drones, AI-driven systems. It could be, I don't really buy this one, but misidentified natural phenomenon like birds or weather balloon type atmospheric effects. That was just stuff that was thrown out there. I don't really buy that one.
That one I don't buy for a second.
We're just stating.
Yes.
On November 12th, New York and New Jersey senators wrote a letter to the heads of the FBI, FAA, and the Department of Homeland Security. Quote, "We write with urgent concern regarding the unmanned aerial systems, or UASs, activity that has affected communities across New York and New Jersey in recent days." And this was from Chuck Schumer, Kristen Gillibrand. I should know that one. I read it all the time, but I don't know if I know how to say it. And New Jersey Senators Cory Booker and Andy Kim. They also asked for lawmakers to be briefed as soon as possible on how these agencies are working with federal and local law enforcement to identify and address this incursion. And naturally, the White House National Security spokesman John Kirby tells us that they have been unable to corroborate some of the reported sightings and that many of these sightings are lawfully operated manned aircraft. So in the same breath, he's saying, oh, we don't know what these are. We can't corroborate that these are happening. But the ones that are just manned aircraft. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He also states that this time the Department of Homeland Security is investigating the sightings and are working closely with local and state law enforcement to figure out and better understand their origin. Basically, fancy ways for saying, hell if I know.
I mean,
that's all that is.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
It's saying it could be this, but it also could be that. Mm-hmm. But also, we're going to use a bunch of jargon and big words and just everyone look at something else.
Look over there.
Or is this the look over there?
Bill Addison, who's the public affairs officer for the Naval Weapons Station in Earl, New Jersey, states that there have been multiple instances of drones reported entering the airspace of the Naval Weapons Station. This is their public affairs person. This is something that they have recorded, that drones have entered the airspace of the Naval Weapons Station. But he also states that there is no direct threat to the base, and the base remains prepared to respond to any threats as needed.
So that tells me right away that they know exactly what these things are. Because if they did not, they would be shot down. There is no fucking way that they would let something that they do not know what it is be flying over. Because it could be, obviously, like spies or something, like, which, or...
If it was a hobby drone, it would be shot down.
There's literally that just verifies right there. They know exactly what it is.
New York Governor Kathy Hochul, I'm real good with names, called for federal assistance when a drone was sighted at the Stewart International Airport, stating that this has gone too far and called for Congress to pass a counter-UAS authority, Security, Safety, and Reauthorization Act, which would strengthen the FAA's oversight of drones and give more authority to local law enforcement agencies to investigate. She states, extending these powers to New York State and our peers is essential. Until those powers are granted to state and local officials, the Biden administration must step in by directing additional federal law enforcement to New York and the surrounding region to ensure the safety of our critical infrastructure and our people. So there are people that are out there like, what the hell? Like, we need to protect our people, and you're not giving us any information.
But in that same breath, she could be aware that they know exactly what it is, and they have to look like they're doing something to keep the calm.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they have to look like they are trying to do something. Otherwise,
pretend you're in charge.
Pretend like you guys are doing something that is going to, but they also know that like these things can't happen overnight. They're not going to just like, they're trying to give the people what they want to hear to shut everybody up and be like, look at us, we're doing stuff. Look at us, we're doing stuff. But they already know what's going on.
It's like all of the UAP congressional hearings.
Right.
Like, look, we're telling you all of this, even though we're not really telling you a lot, but we're wording it in a way to where you can say we told you something, but then when you question us, we can't really tell you a whole lot.
Right.
But look, we told you.
Look, we did it. I feel like it's my toddler when they like do something wrong. I don't have a toddler anymore. Fuck. But when they did, and they're like, I think I told you what I did, but I didn't fully tell you, but it happened, but something did happen, but you're going to figure it out later that something happened because you're not stupid, but we like to think that you're stupid. So then you just go on a hamster wheel.
The FBI states that it is actively looking into the incidents and states that of about every 5,000 tips that are called in, only about 100 of them are substantiated and require further investigation. They are confident. Pause.
Come in. I text him. Thank you.
Ooh la la. Ooh la la.
We needed to do it. You guys, Mr. Boo Boo just brought us in. He texted us yesterday. Yeah, we were having the polar plunge. Do you remember that one? Meg texted us about it. I mean, obviously, you don't care as much as we do. But anyways, it just came out, so we haven't had it yet. But Mr. Boo Boo went and got... Where did you get these from?
Shilling.
Fallon got that shirt. From, Incline. Oh, you went to Incline? Oh, he loves us.
We need to go to Incline.
I know. He went to our other favorite, well, one of our favorites, Incline, and got us the Imperial Raspberry and Prickly Pear. Yeah, and he split a 6-pack of each and brought it over to Meg's house and brought one over here. So while we were sitting here getting to the end of the cider, I was like, it's been a while. We should try the raspberry.
Boo Boo, could you bring me a straw? It's hurting my teeth.
Yeah, I agree. Could you just bring 2 straws because you love us?
Thank you, sir.
Jandy Bears. Good Lord, Jandis. While we were on a quick intermission for Christmas, Meg gave me 2 wine bottles. Damn it. Those need to be up here with us. I need to bring them in. And they said, what did they say? You remind me because I looked at them and I forgot.
Something's called the floof. There were 2 wine. I made the labels.
Oh, that's what I meant.
It was just the labels.
She spoke and
they were
finish.
with floofy.
Yeah, it had Jandis on it, and one was called the floof, and the other one was called
Lunatic Soup Select or something like that. And
I'll
on the
have to post
bottom
a
of
picture.
one, it says that John Denver's full of shit.
John Denver's full of shit.
Oh my God. On New Year's Day, Boo Boo sent us a video, or on New Year's Eve, TikTok that Kenny G was playing his alto sax on the streets in Seattle. I would have lost my shit.
He's literally out in front of the fucking Space Needle, just like busted out and just starts playing.
If you and I had been there together and we turned a corner and there was fucking Kenny G,
I would have
First
cried.
of all, there would have cried, but then I would have had to shout out, that John Denver's full of shit because of our... And I started laughing, and Doug's like, why are you laughing? He doesn't listen. Why are you laughing? And I just started rattling. Kenny Loggins. Kenny Rogers.
Kenny Rogers.
Kenny G. John Denver.
That John Denver's full of shit. Oh, you guys, the stupid shit we come up with on this thing, but then our inside jokes that, like, I mean, I like to think that you and I know, but then people who listen to us all the time, like my family will laugh at me or us.
FaceTimed you when you were in Utah,
yeah,
and your cousin was there. I was like, I can't believe I can hear you. Like, I'm talking to your voice, and I listen to your voice.
Yeah, it was really sweet.
It was very sweet.
Yeah, they were saying how cool it was to FaceTime with Meg, but because they listen to us all the time, and then to be like, oh, that's your voice, and it's you, right?
I mean, it's weird when you do, because I have people that I listen to all of the time, and you don't necessarily picture them when you hear them.
Right. Yeah. And it's like it's like your comfort podcast or your comfort whatever.
Not that we are someone's comfort podcast. Although we had somebody write in. I was going to say,
I do think we are a few people's.
We had somebody write in because they were cooking and listening to us.
Okay. Yes.
It was the pepper.
Oh God. I
pepper
honestly want to shout out to them because that
was such a sweet, that made my day.
No, she messaged us a few times. First of all, she messaged us just asking recommendations on she was getting into witchcraft and our beginning episodes, we talked a lot about that. And so we were able to give some recommendations.
And we will talk more about that.
Oh yeah, we will.
We're a soup, man.
We're going into all of the things. Is it this person? M. Yes. M. Smith. Hope you don't mind, but we're giving you a shout out because
this made my day.
It honestly made our everything. To hear that
Grazie, signor.
This lovely lady was cooking and listening. She said, listening to the pod while making candied jalapenos, and it made me think back to the episode where you discussed spicy things and spicy places due to jalapenos, and reminded me that everyone needs to listen to this because this is serious.
Spicy things and spicy
places. This had to do with one of my friends who was cutting up. It was actually habanero, and then changed her tampon and got spiciness in places spiciness should not go. This has happened
spicy things in spicy
a lot of places. She says it reminds me of her dear friend's boyfriend, now husband, that put his digits in places that they should not have been after touching hot peppers. She had to put a condom covered in ice up her hoo-ha. Her cousin, who is an OBGYN, said to do it. Side note, plain old hand sanitizer with no sense can neutralize jalapeno juice.
I'm not putting hand sanitizer on my hoo-ha.
I would if I was burning that bad. Oh, in a heartbeat.
We are not doctors or medical professionals.
No, yeah, do not do this unless you research further. But I really appreciated that bit of information because like I said, I had at one point like scraped a jalapeno with my fingers, being dumb, not thinking about it. My hand was on fire for like literally 24 hours. It was the worst thing of my life. And this knowledge would have been wonderful at that time.
I could go for some jalapeno poppers.
Well, I could do that. We had some at my birthday.
They were
at
so
Stimpy's. Oh, they were so
good.
bomb. So good.
I think I took one from Jenna. No, she gave me one.
She gave you one. Anyway, so M. Smith, you're amazing. We appreciate your DMs. Not like you've done a ton, but just the support and just the fact that you were cooking and listening to us.
Because I do that.
Well, me too. And it just like the little things in life of like people listening to us while they're like going about their life things. I don't know. And listening to this chaos.
Yeah. I do that with my favorite podcasters, True Crime Obsessed, who we're going to see next month.
Excited. Well, we're not both of them. It's just Patrick.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
It's going to be fun. So out of every 5,000 tips called in, only about 100 of them are substantiated. While there is no question that the drones are being sighted and at an alarming rate, there is also no evidence given to show that they are a threat to national or local security. New York officials have called for a push for the federal government to deploy high-tech drone hunters, which why haven't they already?
Because they know what it is.
On December 16th, President-elect Donald Trump said in an interview that the Biden administration knows more about the drones than they are sharing with the public. They, quote, they know where it came from and where it went. And for some reason, they don't want to comment. And I think they'd be better off saying what it is. Our military knows that our president knows. And for some reason, they want to keep people in suspense. Unfortunately, I agree with that.
I totally agree. But I also think that the government knows that Donald Trump is unhinged, but will also spill their secrets about everything. Yeah, let's crack this really fast. Incline Imperial Raspberry.
My Renaud's is kicking in. I'm going to have you open that.
Your what is kicking in?
Renaud's.
What's Renaud's?
It's where I don't have I can't open it. It's, I don't have especially in the cold months, circulation. And my fingers go numb.
Renaud's. I've never even heard of that.
I think it's Renaud's, but
whatever.
I always say
don't know.
like
I'm just going to drink it out of the can. You're putting it in? All right, fine.
I'm putting it in because I got to drink it out of a straw because I'm an old person. All right, so
Call yourself old?
Mm-hmm. Oh, right. And you're my senior. This is
this bitch.
Incline Cider House. She's officially 2 years older than me right now. I am still a springy 36.
For a month.
2 months.
A month and a half. Okay, 2 months.
I am a spry 36-year-old.
Yeah, until you're 37. Not so spry then, are you?
I realized today that you're older than my husband.
I hate you so much.
By 2 months.
But still. Same.
Incline Cider House Imperial Raspberry 8.4%. I just love Incline's cans.
They're very PNW.
Schilling's cans are like, they'll always have my heart because they got the little creatures on it.
They're fun.
But Incline is they got mountains and camping.
PNWE. All right.
PNWE. Cheers.
Ho ho. Fuck, that's good.
Ooh, I want to go have that on tap. Ooh, I want to go have that on tap.
You guys, so it's raspberry, obviously, but it's not, again, it's not too sweet.
That with a pretzel. Like a big Bavarian pretzel.
Yeah. They do those there. That is a good one. That's rich. Name the movie. Bridesmaids.
I've quoted that like 3 times today.
Oh, I was like, not
things.
today. I was like, not to me, but yes.
Not to you.
Okay, what were we just saying?
That we agree with Donald Trump on this one.
Which is shocking, but also. But it's because he also like is spilling all of our secrets all over the place. Because he doesn't give a fuck if he causes mass hysteria. And this is not to say that I think that the Biden administration is doing the right thing. I think that there is so much fucking collusion. Is that the right word? Or like not collusion. What's the...
They're canoodling?
No.
No, I think you're right.
Collusion. Yeah, going on like the deception. There's so much of it in our government that like they don't tell us. Like it goes so deep. And I do not think either party has their hands clean. No. I do not sit here and be like, the Democrats are the best thing ever. It's like, no fucking way. Everybody in the government is fucked.
I have a friend who worked on the Obama campaign, And she's like, she posted something today where she's just disgusted with the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
Where, when at one point she was all in, she worked for the campaign.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are feeling that right now, where we don't know where we fit in. Not that we have to choose. I hate that there's a two-party system, and I hate that we have to label ourselves one or the other, because that's just creating tribalism and us versus them. And
I just feel like
not good either.
Where I stand, I'm anti-MAGA. I'm pro people having their own opinions and not pushing their opinions on other people.
Notice how you said anti-MAGA and not anti-Republican.
It is weird.
Weird.
It's weird because the old Republican Party of like where people can just be like civilized to each other, or like you can have different beliefs and
have different opinions.
and different opinions.
That's why we're here in this country.
And I fully support everyone having different opinions. It's just hit the point where like the difference of opinions are no longer like it's not an actual like opinion. It's actually like, I don't know.
I have a solution.
What?
I'm going to move to Scotland.
Okay. Well, I'm going to Australia, but you won't come. I know.
I would come.
Your husband won't.
There's too many things that kill you.
I
mean, that's how I moved here. It was like, hey, I'm going. You coming?
Excuse me, ma'am. Too many things that kill you. We live in the place where we're more likely to die by so many things. I feel like I will take my chances on a spider.
Did you see Robert Irwin was in Steve Irwin's son posted? He was like, he's so sweet.
I just love how much he's like his dad, and is like
he looks
fully
exactly like
but
him
he's like
too.
fully adopting like
all
his,
of it.
It just makes my heart so happy. Like,
but he was like in his house, and there was this big old snake in his shoe.
Yep.
First of all, a couple of things, because this is who I am, and I notice things. Just how he was talking to the snake was adorable.
Yeah.
But then you see like his little niece's shoes.
Yeah,
next
I
to
noticed
his,
that. I
you
saw
know?
that too.
And it was just
I saw it too.
Aww.
Like her little, like in Australia, you call them gum boots, not rain boots. It's like the gum boots, and it's like when you have like big property, and obviously they do that here too. But you have your like where you take your gum boots off, and then you always got to flip them upside down. Yeah, maybe wellies. I know we call them gum boots there, and you got to smack them to make sure you get the spiders out. Like I have videos of Kinley being like a year old, 2 years old with Tex's dad and stepmom, and her like hitting her gum boots.
Because that's how you learn. You learn to just do that.
Oh yeah, because otherwise you don't want to put your foot in there and there be a spidey. I mean, which could happen here too. It's just not going to kill you.
Correct.
You just probably squash it, or it might bite you and it would hurt. Like, I don't know. Who knows? Anyways, but yeah, it just is great. Great to see.
I like getting off on our tangents again.
I know. Look at us go.
So because people are stupid and lack critical thinking, New Jersey police and the FBI have reported pilots being hit in the eyes with lasers because people think they are unmanned aircraft systems, and people are taking matters into their own hands. They warn against this. They're going to kill somebody.
Yeah.
The FBI is also concerned that civilians will take things into their own hands and fire weapons at aircrafts, which they warn, like I said before, that there will be consequences and legal actions if this happens. The government freaking created us to be this way.
It's so true, though.
And now,
You're
and so
not
now
wrong.
they're just like, oh, but we're not going to tell you anything.
But don't also
knowing that
don't
that's
take
what
matters into your own hands.
But we have been, society has created us to be this way. Who should know that more than our government? And they're still not giving us answers. So obviously people are going to be like, oh, I can go take care of this myself. You know? Just like that.
Just like that.
Just
with
like
the accent and all.
that.
We are not saying a certain demographic would do that.
I mean, it's a lot of demographic would do that. It's America.
I do feel like that is like anybody who is not in America and you speak with a Southern accent, they're like, oh, you're American. And like all of America has a Southern accent
I love
for
it.
everybody. But it's like why Tex got his name Texas.
Because
he tried to do an American accent and he had a Southern accent. And it's like what they think of, like they all think of us as a bunch of like
rednecks.
Dumb rednecks.
I mean, you know
no
what?
education.
Oh, that part I struggle with, but
Which part?
the no education part.
Oh, yeah.
Because people in the South are educated.
No, I didn't say that they're not.
Yeah.
I will buy something from someone with a Southern accent faster than I will do any. Like they convince me on
Like
live.
Mama Tots.
Yeah, I love Mama Tot. Yeah, as a TikTok person.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and there are plenty of educated people from the South with the accents, but for some reason there's a lot of reasons, but
that's also Hollywood.
Yeah,
So
there it is. It's Hollywood. Yes.
So we have the Iranian mothership theory. Have you heard that one?
No, but I do know I was going to discuss that there are drones elsewhere, and I was going to ask. Yeah.
So the Iranian mothership theory is a concept tied to concerns regarding Iran's advanced drone technology and its potential military abilities. This came to be when New Jersey Representative Jeff Van Drew alleged that there was a, quote, Iranian mothership responsible for the drones, but he didn't provide any evidence to this claims. And he said that it was off the shore of New Jersey.
Okay.
This theory stems from discussion that Iran has capabilities to deploy unmanned drones from a larger vessel known as a mothership. Iran has demonstrated abilities to deploy drones from ships, submarines, and land-based systems, which leads to concerns about their abilities during wartime.
Shocker.
Obviously. Because there is evidence of Iran deploying these drones from a mothership across the Middle East, some people speculate that they could potentially use larger ships disguised as civilian vessels and carry and deploy drones at various places around the world.
Okay.
So there's some truth to it, but this theory connects to New Jersey drone sightings that the idea... This theory connects to New Jersey drone sightings with the idea that an Iranian mothership is lurking off the East Coast, deploying drones at night as a way to test U.S. military defenses.
Again, if that was true, we would be shooting that. We wouldn't just be allowing that.
No, this is most likely fear-mongering.
Yeah.
And while social media is great, it does not do us a huge favor and kind of a disservice by creating an environment of information sharing without any backing,
of course,
sources.
Yeah, and if you don't look up the source, if you don't look for yourself, you're gonna just blindly believe something.
I saw
for a lot of people.
Nope, we're not. I'm not even. That'll bring
No.
us all the way over there.
What? I want to know now.
No, it was this woman online. First of all, she looked like she was completely like drugged out. And she was talking about how we're not going to have to pay taxes anymore because we all know that we pay taxes to give to the Democrats for their living. And now Trump's going to put tariffs on the Democrats.
Oh, okay,
and we're
wait
not
for
going to
that.
have to pay taxes anymore.
I hope that works out really
and
well for her.
And the only reason I'm speaking like that is because that's how she sounded.
Well, I hope that works out for her really well.
But that's one of those things where I know people who are going to see that and be like, oh.
No, but that's it.
Give me a, come on.
Critical think. Use
Yes.
your brain. Don't just believe what you hear one random person say. Just because they are on social media that's the thing. Just because they're on TikTok and a video goes viral doesn't mean that that's Bible. Doesn't mean that it's factual information.
I have found people, and I watch them because I think it's hilarious. I have found people giving completely false information, but making it seem really cool and interesting.
Yeah.
Like bugs in Washington that, there's only about 10 of them when you pour a glass of water and they're going to get into your brain and do this and this. And people in the comments are like, wait, is this real? Wait, what? I'm like, no, it's not real.
But it also comes down to I just saw this one and it was one of those where you start watching it thinking it's one thing. And if you watch all the way through to the end, you realize it's completely not. And this one cracked me up because it's like this lady who looks like our age, I would say. And she was going on a tangent and she was like, I didn't expect to be a 35-year-old grandmother, but here I am. And my daughter wants to take, she wants to go out and do all these things. She left something in the car. She expects me to go and get it. I didn't sign up for this, going on this huge tangent about, she didn't sign up to be a grandmother at this age. And then she pans to her daughter, who is 2, and she's talking about her daughter's baby doll. And it was...
I think I have seen that.
Yeah, but you go to the comment section. So many
people watch the first 10 seconds.
For 10 seconds, decide to comment, and that's what boosted it in the algorithm so much.
Yeah,
but then when you realize and you see all the people who watched it all the way through and are because everyone's like, "You're a horrible grandmother. How could you expect?" And which
it's
also just boosts the
right. And she didn't care.
No, she doesn't care, and she knew what she was doing. But it's just funny. It just proved to me how few people will watch something all the way through. They will take the first couple seconds of it and then
we've all fallen for it.
Oh,
we have
for
all
everything.
fallen for it.
Oh, everything.
But it's just if something's too good to be true or sounds too outlandish, it probably is.
1000%. It is.
No, there has been things where I'm like, absolutely not, and it ends up being true. I mean, you gotta.
I feel like we're about to fuck around and find out with that, but continue with this because that's where I believe we're going.
That's where we're going. Is that where we're going?
I think that's where we're going.
While I do not trust the government, this theory of the Iranian mothership, I do not believe at all. I think it's completely unsubstantiated. The Pentagon did come out with a report debunking it on December 11th, stating that there is no evidence behind the theory and that there's no evidence that these activities were coming from a foreign entity at all. And I do believe that because we are America. Pew, pew.
I agree. And when you brought it up, I thought you were saying drones in other parts of the world, like, I've heard theories on like bigger drones over in that neck of the woods.
Right. And that's hard for us to substantiate as well,
right,
being all the way over here.
We don't
I've heard about drones in England and around U.S. bases. It always seems to be around U.S. bases, which we'll get into the UAP. Come back to that. Make sure we bring that up.
Okay. Pin it.
So there's UFO connections. Are they extraterrestrial crafts disguised as drones? There's no credible connection between drone incidents and UAPs. However, witnesses have reported unusual behavior of the drones. The way that the drones move seems inconsistent with what we know from our own technology. They can suddenly change direction. They can move at high speeds. They can hover in one place. They can kind of blink out. On New Year's Eve, our lovely friend, a man who shaves our grandma's cat, had amazing fireworks. So my girls and she texted me at like 12:02.
They did the amazing fireworks. Good for them.
She texted me. She's like, "We're gonna set off the big ones." So my girls and I went all onto the back deck. We had our chairs out. We were watching before, and then Amanda's texting me, "I forgot my shoes," so she had to go back and say, it was taking a minute. But I looked up and I saw a blinking green light. And then it just went away. So I'm like, huh. And my whole thing right now, my kids are so sick of me. I said, it's a drone.
That's shocking for you, to be honest, because I feel like you are always the one who's on the, like, it's not.
Well, no, I'm calling everything a drone at this point as a joke. But that one, that one was weird.
Do you want to know what I want to do?
And it could have been a drone.
Do you want to know what I want to do?
What?
If we get a clear night coming up in the next however long.
There's supposed to be some coming up this weekend.
Okay. I want to go set up my camera on a time lapse, on a whatever. I have a bunch that we can do to that spot where we can see the clear view of Mount Rainier.
Okay.
And I just want to see if
I like it.
We capture anything. Because not that I think that it would be over there, because they have been saying it's over like bases. We have a lot of nuclear shit.
There's been some purported in Oregon, California, and some say Tacoma, but
I've seen
substantial.
It's hearsay at this point. But I have seen videos where it says they're in Tacoma and they're showing them. So like, I don't know.
When we had the Aurora Borealis last spring, I went up onto the hill over here with my girls, and I got out of the car to watch them over the mountain. And I did hear a drone, and I turned around and I saw it, and then the lights went out. This fucker knew I was looking at him and turned the lights off, which that's a whole nother story, because I hate drones, first of all. I hate hobby drones, because I've literally had neighbors come and hover them over my backyard.
So creepy.
Which, fuck you. Like, get out of my space.
I know someone in our neighborhood used to fly a drone. We'll talk about that later.
I hate it. So the drones are typically very quiet. Some have reported that they sound like I'm going to say it again, the whirl of an electric vehicle.
All hail President Musk.
I got no opinions.
Me either. None at all. Except for watching people eat each other has been real fucking funny. Watching the dumbasses get their blue check marks taken away from the other.
Oh my
God. Letting a billionaire influence things has been real fucking funny.
Jeez. The drones can go in formations, leading some to believe that there is some sort of intelligence behind it. The biggest thing is no one is claiming ownership. The FAA, Department of Homeland Security, FBI, they're all denying responsibility. While people don't think that the drones are extraterrestrial, it is speculated that they are aircrafts sent by extraterrestrials to observe humans. So, could this be surveillance and control? Now we're getting more into my line of thinking. So we talked about the ET side of things. Okay. I definitely have seen a lot of the drones are going after orbs or plasma balls. So I have a very dear friend, one of my best friends, Jeffrey Basilier, Baz, And we've been discussing a lot of like plasma beings, plasma balls, and plasma balls are basically, or plasma beings are basically plasma, which is enclosed in something, right?
Okay.
And plasma is the fourth state of matter. Some like 95% of everything is plasma.
Which is wild.
Which is what, and like I read that and I'm like, that's not true. And so I dug deep. I'm like, it is true.
I feel like people don't understand that plasma is actually this is not something just on Ghostbusters.
No,
Yeah.
this is a real thing.
I know.
And this is.
It is found at like paranormal investigations too, guys.
It is. And I have a whole lot I could say about plasma, but this is not a plasma podcast.
Okay.
This is a drones podcast.
Plasma for another day.
We'll talk about plasma another day because I got a lot to say about plasma.
Meg's big excited about plasma.
Big excited. But that goes back to, in my opinion, the social media aspect of it. Nothing's been corroborated and nothing's been out there enough. If I feel like everybody would see it, like the drones, it wouldn't just be a here and there type thing. But the theory is that the drones are going after plasma beings. And plasma beings is something that has been recorded since we went to the moon.
Okay. Plasma beings.
Plasma beings, plasma balls, encapsulated plasma.
Okay.
And, when they went up to the moon, Buzz Aldrin has stated that they saw plasma beings coming towards the ship. Was it intelligent? Was it not? They don't know. This is a thing. We just don't know a lot about it. Okay. So there's a correlation between plasma beings, which is encapsulated plasma.
Yep.
And orbs.
Okay.
Are they the same? Are they different? Are they intelligent? Are they just a state of matter?
We don't know.
We don't know. But that is one theory. I don't find there's enough evidence. Mm-hmm. I don't find there's enough people talking about it.
Right.
So I don't think that's what it is.
In this, did you, in your research, or have you seen anything about the fog?
That is a whole other episode.
Is it?
That has nothing to do with this. But do you think I have not thought that about your situation right now?
Oh, oh my God. Because I was going to bring up about,
I thought we should do a tickety talk on the fog.
Well, we should.
Also,
so for those of you who do not know, well, explain. Yeah.
Well, it's that this fog, sometime around Christmas,
after
Christmas, around Christmas, this fog kind of came into a bunch of different places all around the world.
Yeah.
And then people started getting sick. Mm-hmm. But as the fog lifted, there was remnants of it in pools, like, a film on things.
And this is like real life video of this. It looks like little bubbles almost, like some of the fog.
It's not plasma.
Yeah.
We're not calling it, we're not saying it's plasma.
Okay.
Because that's not what that matter looks like.
Okay.
I haven't looked enough into it to have an opinion on what it is.
Okay.
But I've heard enough of it and seen enough people in different parts of the world
to where
reporting the same thing and reporting the same substance and filming the same substance.
So I will say this, and this is a completely different subject for another day.
You Looney Tune.
I fucking know it. That there is a CIA document or whatever it is, FBI, I think it's CIA, whatever it is, I don't know. But where back in like the 70s and 80s, they did the experiment where they took suitcases with like viruses through the airports.
Ooh.
And have you not heard this?
No.
This is like real, not just TikTok shit, because I Googled it because I was like, what the fuck? And they took it through the airports to see like how severely it would infect people.
Shut up. What's it called?
I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure I saved the TikTok to show you. If you just Google study or something about suitcases, airport, I don't know, and sickness, about like them expelling these things. This happened like, I think it was like 60s or 70s. I'm going with.
Okay.
Anywho's. It basically just right now we are in the middle of what they're calling a quademic, of where it's like the neurovirus, the flu, the COVID, and then is it H1N1 is the fourth? I don't know if that's actually but I'm pretty sure it is. And my thing is like, I don't doubt that everyone is sick, because I am a person who is sick, although I have been tested for the flu and COVID, and both came back negative. So I don't think I have either of those. And my symptoms don't align with any of the other things, but it is very interesting to see how many sick people there are with all the travel and all the things.
It's also the time of year.
It is also the time of the year, but why is it worse right now?
It always is worse right now.
No. They're saying right now is the worst it's been in the last
and ever.
And now they're like, oh, well, it's the fallout from COVID. But
I think we're too far past.
That's what I'm saying.
I do believe that COVID is still a thing and still exists.
No, I'm not
I think
saying it's
we're
not.
too far out from our immune systems being lowered from
That's
being
exactly
in.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Is
Yeah.
like they're saying, oh, it's the fallout from COVID. It's like, no, that the year after was the fallout from COVID.
Right.
But
We all lived through that one.
and they're saying, oh, people aren't getting vaccinated as much as they were
For what?
because.
But vaccinated for what? Because we just stated a bunch of different things. You can't get vaccinated for all of them.
Well, and this is where like I struggle
you
because
can't get vaccinated for the norovirus.
No,
and that's one of the
and that's-
biggest things that's out right now.
yeah, there's so many things, and I'm like, are they trying to force people back inside? Is there something like this is where my head goes?
Interesting.
Did you pull something up that you disagree with what I read?
No. I pulled something up because I was trying to think of the name. Have you heard of Project Bluebeam?
Yes, I have. And it's that.
No, let's do another
Another
episode
day.
on Project
Okay.
Bluebeam.
Oh my God. Okay,
But-
we got to continue.
but we are now a conspiracy theory podcast.
Apparently, we are. Why do I love it so much?
So then there's the surveillance and control theories, speculation about the government or corporate surveillance programs. Could the drones belong to U.S. government agencies for national security purposes? Military experience, civilian monitoring. I find it an extremely interesting fact that there is a gentleman
Gentlemen.
by the name of Kimball Musk, who owns Nova Sky Stories, and he took control of a fleet of over 9,000 drones.
That's so weird.
Interesting.
Super weird.
So could this be for civilian monitoring with the rise of protests and, civil upheaval? Maybe. Corporate surveillance. Drones could be used by corporations for mapping and data collection. We've gone about military experience, spying by other nations. We've talked about that. It's doubtful. What about psychological operations? To instill fear in some sort of sick psychological champagne? To instill fear in some sort of sick psychological campaign. They could also somehow use this to instill compliance of a population in reaction to an aerial phenomenon.
Yep.
And this brings me to an idea. Could they be creating a problem to sell a solution?
Also would not
Because
shock me.
we are the USA and everything is for sale.
100%.
So as of January 2025, the number of reported drones has decreased substantially. There are still some sightings reported nightly, but not as much as before. It does seem to have lost its luster. The Department of Homeland Security and the FBI have stayed with their stance that there have been no confirmed drone sightings in restricted airspace, even though we know that's not true, because PR people for the Naval Weapons Station has stated that there has been. There is no official purpose known for the drones. Federal authorities continue to investigate the situation. The public is encouraged to report any suspicious drone activity to law enforcement.
Hope it does a lot.
Fucking Elon Musk is what is doing this. I have kept my opinion to myself.
So that is truly what you think.
That is truly what I think. I think that either it is population monitoring because of all the things that I have mentioned, because we know there's going to be an upheaval coming up. There'd be an upheaval because of this previous election in either way it went, whether it went Democrat or Republican.
Right, 1,000%.
But there's going to be an upheaval. There's going to be protests. There's going to be things happening. Could this be public monitoring?
1,000%. And I wouldn't put that past everybody at all.
I mean, who's the new first lady right now? Elon Musk.
Oh. I was like,
No, but
I was
seriously.
like, I heard a rumor. No, I didn't.
No. But and I'm sorry. I shouldn't be going that low. I have hated that man for
Same.
years. And he's so brilliant. No, he's not.
But
no,
also,
he's not.
wait.
He uses other brilliant people to create things.
Has anybody ever realized, That's exactly, first of all, he uses other brilliant people to create things.
Right.
Which is why he's going so hard for that H-1B visa that brings people who are not American over. That's like part of him being involved with all of this.
Also, what do we do? What do we do when something happens? We follow the money.
Always.
Right?
There's a reason why. A big reason.
I have big feelings on this.
But I do too. And I think it's funny that just now the MAGA side is registering that this billionaire is influencing their party. And not to say that we're sitting here like, oh, we're like, because we are not the Democratic Party. I'm the party of like fucking human rights and us not being lied to and just like whatever's going to be the best for my family at the end of the day. And if that was voting Republican, I'd vote Republican.
Exactly.
I do not feel that currently, obviously.
Right.
Because women's rights are a huge thing for me, in my opinion.
Wonder why.
I have no idea.
Don't know.
Having all the children is weird.
And just being a woman or being a human.
Right. I don't want my rights taken away. Anyways, I digress. There is a lot going on right now where he has his hand in too much of everything.
Everything.
But it is what I think us on what is quote unquote the other side have been afraid of is like we keep giving power to billionaires, to people with money. Not to say that like Joe Biden and all of them do not have power.
Oh, they
and are
do
not,
have power.
Absolutely. And they are for sure doing it. I'm not saying their hands are clean.
You can't come after us and say, well, what about your party? No, we don't have a party. We are American people who just want what's best for Americans.
And what is going on here is fucked up. And if anybody has those opinions and thinks that like we're sitting over here on this, hate America train, like you guys get out of America for a second. Go look or go start looking at other countries and like what's going on. There's so much.
There's so much. But back to the topic at B.
Yes.
I do not think this is a UAP in any way, shape, or form. I do not think this is extraterrestrial. I do not think this is from another dimension. Do I want it to be? Of course I do.
So here's my question.
Okay.
Let's say you're correct.
Okay.
Why are they allowing it?
Monitoring, or because Musk is going to create a problem. Oh, you don't like how that feels? You don't like them? Well,
okay,
let me sell you this thing.
Yeah, so
to keep
Musk
them
is doing
out.
That, but like,
how much money did he donate to the Trump campaign?
So much, but Trump isn't in office yet. This is still under the Biden administration.
So like, how much did he give to Biden for this, that, or the other thing?
Well, which is so true. He could have 1,000%.
I'm not one to say that one party is above the other. And I think we've made that point
agree.
clear.
I completely agree because I just don't know that I believe that it's Musk, and because I still think that he doesn't have the power yet. I feel like it's transferring, but they're not there. He has a ton of power.
Because
his money has a lot of power.
His power is tied to the presidency.
1,000%.
His power is also tied to everything that he has been building in this country for decades.
I mean, it's true. And if you do a deep dive on Elon Musk, it is honestly, during my, I've been sick in bed dying and being on TikTok, and I watched so many things on him. And obviously, like we said, we know it's not all probably true. But at the same time,
even if a fraction of it were true,
if a fraction of what I read was true, or watched, whatever.
Our internet went out for 5 hours the other day.
Yeah.
And I texted Amanda, shaves her grandma's cat, and I'm like, because she lives right behind me. I'm like, hey, do you guys have internet? She's like, yeah, I have internet. I'm like, wow, we don't. She's like, that's super weird. And I'm like, yeah I made Musky Busky mad.
You
and
sure
he
did.
shut off my internet because I'm very vocal about it.
Okay, but it was like this. I don't think we've recorded since then, and maybe we did, but I can't remember. But we had this windstorm that was supposed to come through, and I can't remember. Either way, we are planning to lose power. It was going to be really, really bad, supposedly. It was supposed to knock down all the trees. I was over with Meg. Meg and I are on 2 separate power grids. We live 3 blocks away from each other, but we are on different power grids. When I lose power, she never loses power. And it is a standard whatever. Or we have multiple friends in the area, and no one loses power all at the same time.
All at the same time.
Never. Even through windstorms, through snowstorms, through ice storms, someone else will have power or whatever. Tell me why we lost power at the exact same time during this. And to me, I cannot shake the feeling that we live close to a military airbase, and it was fucking weird.
It was weird. And the windstorm wasn't, not here. It was pretty bad up north. But here, it wasn't as bad.
No, it was, my mom was on the plane as a flight attendant, and she was in the cockpit with the pilots. They were landing at 7 p.m. We lost power at 6. Okay. Yeah. So that was when the bulk of the storm was supposed to hit. And my mom was freaking out for me. She was texting me the whole flight being like, what are you guys doing? Are you okay? Do you need to come to my house? And I was like, Mom, we have no big trees. We're going to be fine. Like, I'm fine. Yeah. Like, we're prepared.
Even in a windstorm, we would be fine.
Right. In worst case, we get stuck in our neighborhood until they get trees down. But we have plenty of food. We have water. We're going to be okay.
Right.
And she's texting me this, and she's in the cockpit with the pilot looking at the weather radar, and it's like showing it's going to hit us super hard.
And it didn't.
And it didn't, which is fine. And weather changes, and that's fine. But this is like her looking at like the immediate weather, like this is the current thing. It just to me does that not make your brain just like think?
Because that is the most official that you can get. Being in a family of pilots, I understand.
She was in the cockpit with the pilot, and the pilot telling her, like, make sure your daughter's going to be okay. She is right where it's supposed to hit.
And it did not hit us.
And it did not hit us.
But we still lost power.
At the exact same time, which I still stand by is fucking weird.
And then a couple weeks later, we were out gallivanting in the town. And
we went to Fierce County.
We did. It was fun. We came back, and immediately when we came back, you lost power. So my kids, I have an older daughter who can watch my kids because my husband was gone that night. But still, power goes out. I got to go home.
1,000%. I would be the same.
So, but we went home, but we had power. So then we just brought the party to my
we
house.
Accidentally stayed at Meg's house and drank instead. Whoops, we had some rosé.
But that just shows that we are on two different grids.
And that when I lose power, she usually doesn't. For us to lose it at the same time, there were so many weird things about that. Although obviously we had a windstorm. We had a huge windstorm. There was one, and a bunch of people, there was a lot of horrible things went down. That I'm not saying didn't happen. Just a lot of weird coincidences. Like, why did we lose power all at the same time when it was not even windy outside? It wasn't windy at all. Weird. It's like they knew we were anticipating it.
Going on.
I just can't. So I am the opposite of you. I am not on team that it's Musk. I don't think it's Musk. Although, do I think he has his fucking hands in all the pies?
Absolutely. I would not put it past him to create a problem to sell a solution.
Which that does make so much sense to me. It does. I just can't get past the monitoring. Like, everyone allowing specifically him to do it. I will go with the monitoring.
Public monitoring.
I will go with that it's someone else doing that. I don't know that I'm on board with it. It's just a Musk man situation. So do I. He's such a fucking tool. I still am not fully convinced that it is not unintelligent or intelligent. People slowly starting to, or things, beings, whatever, trying to make themselves slowly known to us. And I still believe that in my soul.
Do you think the drones are other beings, or do you think the drones are in response to other beings?
I think that they could potentially be like the feelers that they send out.
Okay.
Like, so they are other beings.
Okay.
I don't know that I fully believe that, but at the same time, I do feel like this is the year when they are supposed, according to so many mystics and mediums and things that I believe in, which, haven't currently proven to be anything true, but we're going to find out eventually, that it is them sending out their, like, just us slowly getting used to them. But at the same time, if this was really happening, I do feel like there'd be a bigger presence around the world. This is not a U.S.
That's the other thing.
That's where
that keeps me from thinking that it is anything paranormal, extraterrestrial,
right?
Because we are not that special.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. Is the USA is very narcissistic.
Yeah,
we think everything's about us. It's all about us. But also, if you watch any kind of Hollywood movie, you would know that it is not just the U.S. who gets attacked by aliens. It is everywhere. I don't think the aliens are going to attack us. I think they're just trying to fucking save us from ourselves.
Right.
But when it eventually happens. But yeah, I don't know. But I do feel like the monitoring and the selling us a solution thing is really not that far-fetched.
What do you guys think? I want to hear your theories, because we're not saying anything as this is what it is.
No.
That's not what we do on this podcast. We talk about our ideas and theories, and the more ideas and thoughts you put out into the world, maybe you're going to hit on something.
Have you ever seen where they discuss the maps of where the most of these drones
I
show
have
up.
seen that. Like there was,
And this is a TikTok I did not look into, by the way. This is just me. And I did see that. And it was very interesting that they're saying that they are shown around a circle and also like spots where
but that was around Logan International, right?
No, it was around the U.S. It was showing around the U.S. where the things have been spotted. And one of the places is where we are. We have a huge nuclear base. And we have a lot of military, or not a lot, but we do have military bases.
We do have military.
Yeah, we have military bases here. So, and that part is not far-fetched either. Like, there's so many things. It's wild because I hate that it is so unknown still. Because I think it all comes down to the fact that our government is corrupt.
1,000%. They know exactly what it is.
1,000%.
They know the purpose. They know all of that.
I would say that is the only part of this that I can say with
certainty.
Yeah. That it is, our government is fucked and that they know exactly what they're doing. It's going to be the question of like what this turns out to be. And like I said, we are so narcissistic here to believe that only the aliens would like come swarm where we are. But at the same time, do we have so much fucked up stuff going on where we are that they're like heavily monitoring whatever we're doing because we are. But then you say that and you think about like the news reports right now going on about, not that this has anything to do with like big explosive shit because it doesn't, but over in the Middle East where they're like saying now houses can't have the windows for women to be seen anymore.
Well, that could be a cultural thing.
And that is a cultural thing, but it also comes down to like human rights in general.
Yeah.
Like rights of people, of like your own, but not that we care about that a ton over here either anymore, but
we pretend we do.
Yep. But to the extent like it has to be like warfare. To me, it's warfare based. Or it's alien based, in my opinion. Okay. There, I got my words out.
You did it.
Yeah, it's warfare based or alien based. Okay. So they're either monitoring us.
You think it's okay? And I come more from it's capitalism, baby.
Well, I can completely see that too. To be honest, I didn't think about that till you brought it up, and I can completely see that too. I just don't know that I fully believe it's a Musk-based thing. Okay, but if Musk starts fucking selling shit,
he is. I guarantee you, he will.
Well, he hasn't yet. But what if he does? You will win.
Where's JD Vance? Since the election.
In a hole.
Where is he? It's been Trump and Musk.
He's just
Trump
on his couch.
No shade.
Yes, shade.
You boo.
Don't fuck your grandma's couch, okay? I don't know.
And also, don't get me wrong. I am not saying I do not believe in ET. I do not believe in
we know you do. Yeah.
Like, I mean, Luis Elizondo has been giving a lot of interviews and things like that, and he can't say much, but it's fascinating when you hear how he words things and how he'll say, it's basically not these words, but he'll say something like, I can't answer that question, but he'll lead you into asking another question.
Okay, I'm going to real fast. This is really going to take us, we're way too far in, but I just have to say this to you. We might have to cut it because for time.
Dive.
Okay, wait, this actually happened, that they found a parallel universe in Antarctica. Have you seen it? Yes.
That's been known for a while, though.
Has it?
Yeah.
We've never discussed this.
No, but it has been known. I don't know how long, but yeah, no. Well, theories that could lead to a parallel universe because things went the opposite way.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Well, either way, sausage. Get ready for our Antarctica one because we need to get that on the books along with this. I want
to have a discussion with maple bacon donut.
Yes. Oh, porridge. But what I would love to hear too is the Australia take on what is going on.
Things go the opposite way there too.
They really do. Supposedly. The toilets don't actually go in a circle.
What?
No, they just go straight down. Their toilets are different. They don't go in a circle.
Don't spin?
I think that if they did, maybe the older ones did, but like they have two buttons on top and you press it and it just goes whoosh.
Yeah, but there's that thing at the equator where there's water on one side and
if there
on
is
the
a
other.
whirlpool, yes, it probably goes in the opposite way. I'm just saying when you're looking at a toilet in Australia, I was very excited to experience this and then it does not do that. And they hate how much water we have in our toilets. By the way, they have way less water.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, that could have some consequences.
Well, and they feel the same about the other way. They call it a splash zone. So
They're not wrong.
You just got to get extra scrubbers over there, apparently. I know. Anyways, I digress. I don't know why I keep saying that. This is a new thing. So here we are. Sausage, get ready because we're doing that. But I do want to hear their opinion on like what is going on over here and if they're hearing things about their like what's going on over there. Because
Sausage, if you're listening, don't listen to this episode.
He can fully. But I just want to hear what their news. I follow their news stations there, but I haven't been paying close attention. But it's just like watching it. They report a lot on U.S. news. Like
I feel like the whole world does.
do, and that's why we are so narcissistic, believing everyone is obsessed with us. It's all about us. But I do want to know like what's going on over there. Are there some alien shit happening over there? Or Elise, send me a text.
Thank you, Elise.
Thank you, Elise.
We got to wrap this up.
All right, you guys.
We're at an hour and 45 minutes at this point, and this stuff will get cut, but not a lot.
Some
because one of our 2025 season 3 goals is we're not going to be doing as much editing.
Yeah, and we're going to edit out like our bathroom breaks.
Damn it!
I know, I know. But you guys, let us know. Please
let us know what you think because this is the time to let all of our ideas expand.
Yeah. Because it's
totally Elon Musk. Fuck, I hate him.
I hate him too. I'm not convinced it's solely him. But I do think he has the power to do it. I do believe he has the power to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. God, I would just...
Musky Busky, is it you?
I think I would just be saddened to hear that the whole government was bought by him. In my head, it's just Donald Trump.
But what I don't want to say achievement because that makes it seem like a good thing.
No, but I mean, for him,
what a conquest.
Oh yeah,
what a conquest.
But that's
and
what
for such a capitalistic society. That's the goal. I mean, that's the goal.
Isn't it funny to realize that when people don't realize what kind of society they are in, that they voted for? Yay!
We're going to keep being weird over here, though, so...
I think I'm going to be normal.
Weird, normal, whatever. Give us your thoughts. Let us know what you think. You can find us at lunaticsouppodcast@gmail.com.
Lunatic Soup Podcast on all the social medias. As long as TikTok stays around, we'll still be there. But we also haven't been on there. You guys, we haven't gone on our TikTok in probably like 2 months. So if you've messaged us on there or been on there, I apologize.
I'm not going to promise we're going to get better at it because we're going to do us this year.
Yeah. But I mean, if we want to grow, I feel like we have to. That's a problem.
It's fun, though.
It is fun. Oh, our dumb ones are fun.
Our dumb ones are fun. I love the dumb ones.
It's just getting them up all the time.
I love our dumb ones.
Me too.
That's what I like more than anything are the dumb ones.
Yeah. So, but you guys find us, message us, watch us. We love you all. Happy season 3 officially.
Season 3. Let us know what you think of our new look, which at this moment, I don't even know what that is. So
neither do we.
It's fine.
No, we have an idea in our head.
Yeah.
We're going to tell you. It's slasher 80s meets Lisa Frank, which we don't know exactly what that means, but we're working on it.
Fun and spooky is what that means.
Fuck around and find out.
Anyway,
all right, guys,
we love you, and remember, in this crazy world,
it's good to be a lunatic.
Bye.